the risk of knowing.
What up, world? It's your man G Williams coming at you all the way live. And as you already know, it ain't right because I ain't wrapped too tight. But I gotta say something, so I'm going to say something.
Hey, what up, world? It's your man G Lewis, and I just want to let you know I say what I say because I am my father's son. Try lambs. Let's go.
Well, first we gotta start off by saying Happy Father's Day.
That's right.
To all the real fathers out there, we appreciate what you go through, and you go through it because it's your job. It's what you're supposed to do. You don't ask for any recognition. But today we're gonna say thank you because you do deserve to be recognized.
That's right.
You know, we are fathers, and we take it seriously. All right, and so why not again come to you today with this topic about fatherhood?
Okay.
Yeah, fatherhood. And you know, we're talking about this situation or this topic because, you know, again, all right, let me be real. This topic came up because I have a strong prejudice against women who think they believe that they are entitled to recognition on Father's Day. You know?
Yeah, okay.
That is a pet peeve of mine. But we'll get to that portion in a minute.
Okay.
But I think there's a couple questions we need to ask first before we get there.
That's what's up.
All right? And so the first question is, are fathers being phased out of the household?
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely. Fathers are being phased out of the household because, you know, a lot of women have issues because they have sperm donors, right? So because they have a sperm donor, they feel like they are entitled to label all fathers with the same label as their sperm donor. Right, when that's not, you know, necessarily the case. They try to make it seem like, you know, a man isn't necessary, and I really believe that fathers are being phased out because I honestly believe that there's a jealousy. There is a jealousy factor there because of what fathers are able to accomplish just because of how we go about our business. You know, men and women are built differently. We accomplish things differently. Women nurture more naturally than we do. Okay? We teach and discipline more naturally than they do. And so I believe there's a jealousy there where it's like, why do I always have to call your father when you act up in school? Why do I always have to call your father to get you to act right? Why do I always have to call your father? Like, I wish you would just listen to me. But the reality is there are men and women, and it takes both of us to make a kid for a reason, because we have roles in raising that child. So I think fathers are being phased out, you know, from the jealousy perspective. And here's a perfect example of the jealousy. Post something about a good father, and what will you see? You will see 50,000 comments underneath that one saying, well, women have been doing it since the beginning of time. And well, women do it too. And well, women need to be recognized. And women blah, 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 blah. And it's like, why can't this father have his moment? Why don't he deserve his moment as being a father? Well, that's jealousy. It's jealousy because I cannot watch you succeed and be good at what you are, because then that means that there might be something with my interpretation of who you are.
That's right.
What do you think, though? What do you think? Break that down.
I like the jealousy piece. That's powerful. That is really powerful. You know, and my take on it is, yes, I believe fathers are being phased out of the home. Because they're being devalued through systematic propaganda, i.e. through television media, through, you know, our social media and so on and so forth. Take for example, movies you watch or television commercials. Why are men looking like buffoons? Why are they looking like they have no clue even to why they are there? Or as soon as a man does what men used to do, which is, you know, I mean, we talk about gender roles, but what have you. But again, a manly man is not fashionable in our media anymore, and I think that is a strong subliminal message that's being passed on through people in the community that is putting a true hurt on fatherhood. Okay, so again, I digress with that one, but let me throw another question to you. Why are fathers in the black community, in the black household, not valued anymore?
In all reality, I think they're not valued because the understanding of what a father is not there. How can you value something and you don't understand what it is? If I put $100 in your pocket and you didn't know if it was trash or not, you might throw it away. Same philosophy when it comes to fatherhood. So, fathers are not valued because, unfortunately, you have bitter parents who are teaching their kids that, he's not this and he's not that, and then they're teaching that down, and it's becoming generational. And then you have kids that aren't even being taught how to respect their father. You don't have to be with the mother for the mother to still reinforce the support of the role of the father with that child, but that's not happening. Kids have to be taught to respect, right? They have to be taught, and that's something that our society is heavy on teaching about respecting mothers. You always hear women say, "Oh, I'll marry a guy who respects his mother because that means he's going to respect me." It's all about doing well for your mother, but I don't hear that same shout coming from the female community saying we got to teach these kids how to respect their fathers, because you're wondering why little Bebe is running in the street and getting arrested or getting in trouble and he's out of control, and you're like, I don't know how to control him. Well, you taught him that his father wasn't nothing to start with, and then in our community the male really has just been put in the context of not even necessary.
That's right.
And so, unfortunately, that's probably next to the American dream, that's the second biggest trick that was placed on our community and has been very effective at tearing us apart.
That's right. Good that you mentioned that, because you spoke about the internal aspect of it, which is passed down inside the home from mother to child. Let's talk about the external influence. Like right now on CNN, your favorite boy, because I can't stand him, Don Lemon. Mm-hmm. Black man perpetrated this statistic that 72% of children in the African American community are born to an unwed mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now, that's the external influence of the truth and a lie being told at the same time. Because that may be the case that children are being born to unwed mothers, but that don't mean that they're being born to single mothers.
Right.
Right. And so we regurgitate that information so much as it to be gospel, as okay, well, black children are bastards being brought up in single parent, woman ran household, when that's not the truth. Which I'm thankful for some good government. The CDC performed a study to show that in all actuality that specifically black fathers were outperforming other races of people when it comes to fatherhood in their children. Mm-hmm. But nevertheless, that truthful lie keeps getting circulated to diminish that we are there, even though we may not be married to the mother of our children, that we are there. We are providing in the household. We are there providing discipline. We're there reading bedtime stories. We're there cooking and making sure that our children are raised properly. And so, when are we going to wake up to realize that the man in your community is just as valuable if not more, than anybody else. Stop teaching your children that, you know, because you mad at him, that he's not worth nothing. And so, again, I'll let that point die down. But
I mean, and that just shows how twisted the psyche is, because anything that decreases increases in value, right? If there's less water, water becomes more expensive. If there's less oil, oil becomes more expensive. And so the perception is that there are less fathers,
right.
Men, black men that are out there that are being fathers, yet those fathers are not valued more, which they should be. The logic would say anything that decreases increases in value. So why are we not celebrating the men in the community that are fathers? Like, here's the challenge I would put out to ladies. This Father's Day, instead of accepting a gift for Father's Day, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, but why don't you find a father in the community, even if it's not in your household, and celebrate him? And celebrate him. And show your kids this is what a good father looks like, even if it's not in your household. Because Father's Day was designed to celebrate fathers' contributions to the community, just like Mother's Day. Fathers shouldn't be celebrated on Mother's Day. I don't like when they say Happy Mother's Day to all the single fathers out there. No, you're a father. You don't deserve recognition on Mother's Day. You deserve recognition on Father's Day. And so when we focus on their contributions to the community, if that father isn't your kid's father, then you take your kid and you show them what a good father looks like, and show them all the good things that a good father can do, especially if they're male, because they're going to need to know what a father looks like when they grow up and have kids of their own. So, we need to recognize the sense of urgency, and see, that's where, a lot of these things kind of interweave our topics. But, when we talked about our black women failing black men, yes, because back in the day, they were our #1 cheerleaders. They were the ones that would say, no, our men are okay. You can't tell us our men aren't. So without them on the front lines, as a protector for us, as a protector of our image, as a protector of what we represent, as a protector and a mirror showing the reality of what we do contribute to our communities, it is easy to systematically replace that picture with one that is a little more easy to digest. Which, in this culture, you have, the easiest way to dilute a point is to give somebody something they want, and instead of giving them what they really asked for.
Right. Great point. In closing this thing out, I just want to say, it infuriates me to the highest level of festivity.
Wait, before you close it.
Okay.
You didn't ask the question.
What's that?
Should black women, or should women be recognized on Father's Day? You said this is how it originally started.
Well, yeah, I was going to close it out with that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. But, okay. So, should women be recognized on Father's Day? Absolutely not. Take your self-righteous behind and go sit down somewhere, okay? Because the truth is, no matter how much you want to frame it, shape it, you are not a father. You may be an exceptional mother, and I will give you all the accolades that come with that, but you are not a father. So therefore, to sit up here and try to get any recognitions for doing so, you should be ashamed of yourself. Again, it infuriates me to see that when it happens. But because ultimately what you're trying to do a lot of times in those cases is justify your bad behavior, your bad decision. So I got a solution for this whole thing, okay? Just like I believe in National Side Chicks Day, in celebrating it before or after Valentine's Day, I want to give you mothers out there who would think you deserve recognition on Father's Day, I'm going to give you Happy Bad Decision Day, all right? So, or what we should call it, what, Club Chick Day or something like that, so you can get all your accolades the day before Mother's Day or the day before Father's Day,
so you can be celebrated in your bad decision for having that bastard kid that you knew that you shouldn't have had in the first place. So until you can come to terms with you ain't all that, stop it. Go sit down somewhere. Done with you.
So here's the bottom line. It takes two people to have a baby, okay? A father and a mother to have a baby. And so there's a day to celebrate mothers. There's a day to celebrate fathers. Are there women that are out there doing it on their own? Absolutely. And I commend you and salute you for the outstanding job that you're doing. But kind of to piggyback on what you said, that does make you an outstanding mother. It will never make you a father. So, like I said, this year I have a challenge. Find a father who is doing the job that he's supposed to be doing and give him the credit he deserves on Father's Day. You know, take the opportunity to take your self-ego out of it and celebrate the day in which it is intended to be celebrated. Because we can never rebuild our community until we reestablish the respect for each other and what it is that we do. So whether you like your baby daddy or not, if he's a good father, you celebrate him. He ain't got to be your friend, but you celebrate him. Because that's one of the key missing pieces in why our community has been destroyed and has been left defenseless and able to be destroyed, is because we no longer take our jobs as protecting each other seriously anymore.
Way, baby, I'm focused in on you. And your sex is